This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' ahead, stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up, got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm Wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you are all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, someone be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fucking boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new height with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah.
Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah. Man, it's too early in the morning for this shit. Yeah.
He's heating up!
Yeah. Ay, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Time for me to stuff some gains in your stocking.
Go fuck yourself.
Go to the fucking gym.
Swole.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and yahos? It's your boy Papa Swole back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexing on all you beaches. Welcome, fam. Welcome to the show. Welcome to 3515. Come one, come all. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. We're live on Rumble and YouTube. And of course, you can catch the Mancast over on Spotify and Apple Podcast. How we doing? Fam. All right. We got some stuff to get into today. It's Friday, December the 19th. So let's get right into it. Before we do, we got some merch to show off. In the greater Swole fam, we got Diz Leha rocking the Road to the Rucking Rim. We get some gorillas for that one. Very nice. Buy one, get 150. Everything over at papaswolio.com. All the merch. Check out the discounts. Today, he's rocking the Scooby-Doo. We have our very own Scooby-Doo here, Mr. Tainty Man. He looks just like the big Scooby. He's bigger than Scooby-Doo. He's more jacked. And of course, we got the Back to the Fucking Gym flag in the background. I'm rocking the Vamos, the correct, not the error edition, the correct Vamos al Puto Gimnasio GTTFG hat. Everyone is rocking some sick merch. So what are you wearing right now? We all know that when you watch the Daily Swole, you got to wear some merch. So what are you rocking? Drop in the comments and we'll give you a shout out. What are you wearing today? What is your merch of the day? MOD. What do we got? So let's get into that tip. We got some Swole fan posts and we'll get into some Rate My Meal. We'll take some questions. And of course, we're going to go balls deep. Time for the tip. Let's do it.
Just an inch. It's cold outside.
All right. We got this first one from Ben. And Ben says, morning fam, just got done grinding at the gym before work and wanted to get on here and give you a quick flex of a different sort. I was in heart failure 5 years back after a second pulmonary embolism and developed AFib as a result a few years ago. I went to the cardiologist yesterday, and the first thing he did when he saw me was crack a fucking smile. Apparently, kicking the shit out of myself over the last 5 months has not only decreased my blood pressure, but my heart function has improved as well. Not only that, I'm now officially off my anti-arrhythmic medication. Can't tell you how good that made me feel when I left, and I know that's going to be a huge push to keep doing what I'm doing. Wishing you all sick fucking gains for Christmas. That's great news. Good for you. Glad to hear it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's definitely feeling good when you know you've been putting in the work. Obviously, it's not instant gratification. You feel good in the moment, but long term, it has those positive outcomes. We're just talking about cholesterol and another member. Doctors want to put you on a statin right away. Oh, this number's high. Take this medication. And obviously, oh, is that my stool? I thought it was Rufus. You know, you get on that medication, you're never off of it. And it doesn't make you better. It oftentimes makes things much worse. So get to the source, follow your 7 pillars. Good for you, Ben. Stoked to hear it. Jaron says, it's been a moment since I've posted. Jaron. So I guess this is Jeremy. Jaron. I don't know why I got cut off. Did you change your name? Noah and I are doing well. We are staying active in our home workouts. Was concerned recently, getting hit hard financially, that I was going to have to step away from the fam membership. Excuse me. Oh no. And that really bummed me out. I'm happy to say I got the finances figured out and Noah and I are here to stay. Sorry about that. The fuck is going on with the stool? All right. Happy to say I got the finances figured out and Noah and I are here to stay. Our health and the fam are a priority. You'll have to put up with us longer. GTTFG and beast mode. Glad to hear it. Glad you're sticking with the fam. Glad to have you here. And of course, you're always in the Swole fam. You're always a part of the Swole fam. So really stoked that you're still with us. And hopefully you have a little extra money and you're going to be able to throw on some extra steak on that plate. Fire. We got this responding to the community post. Again, this is on the top pinned in the community section. So for members, make sure you go And check this out. If you have not yet responded to it, you must go and do that, because the holidays, I know a lot of people right now are kind of punched out because most people are kind of off next week. Friday the 19th right now is usually, the day before people take their vacation. So everyone's kind of fucking off today, of course, but make sure you're staying on track. So we should have more people coming into the live. We should have more people here on the live stream. It's important. And of course, we're going to be banging your eye holes and ear holes every single day through the holidays to make sure you stay focused. But you got to do your part. You got to do your part. Everyone around you in most of those situations, parties, whether it's work, whether it's home, spend time with family, friends, you're traveling, whatever you're doing, make sure that you set yourself up for success. James says, I am off the Friday through Sunday after Christmas. Snow will be melted, so I'll be doing a 12-mile ruck with a 35-pound bag. Every 2 miles, I will do a ladder of reps 1 through 12 and back down 12 to 1 of a different bodyweight exercise while incorporating the ruck. Okay. Exercise will include push-ups, burpees, mountain climbers, squats, lunges, ruck swings, overhead presses, etc. Then Christmas with the family, prime rib, or steak for dinner. So rucking is just like you're carrying heavy shit, you're hiking. Just hiking through the woods, I guess, which is cool. So enjoy your hike. I'm not sure, but I think that's what that is. You're going muling. You're going to go, I want to be a mule. I just want to throw stuff on my back and just go hike through the woods. Cool. Get out in nature. Nothing wrong with that, especially this time of year. That's going to be nice. Nice and crisp. Melissa says, I'll be executing the 7 pillars daily. The holidays are just regular days. No excuses. Swole for life.
He's on fire!
Good for you, Melissa. So Melissa getting after it. James getting after it. Tanya says, nothing much. More of the good old food if the family is coming over. I eat before I go visit them and train like normal and throw away or donate any unsolicited garbage that enters my house. Based.
And that's the way, I like it. You see on the sunshine band.
Based. Give it out. Give it away. 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 Give it away now. All right, fam. The time has come. Papa Swolio said, that's me. It's time for Rate My Meal. Who's ready? Who's ready? Rate my meal. Okay, what's on your plate today? Drop that in the comments, because we're probably going to need it. I have a feeling, because we're coming up on the holidays. First, we're going to have all the stuff that people are eating or they're trolling me with. And then we're going to see, after Christmas, we're going to see all the leftovers. That's going to be all those leftover Rate My Meals. That's coming. All right, let's see what we got here. First one. Connie says, cheesecake for breakfast.
What the fuck is that? Inconceivable!
That's such a rough start. That is such a rough start, dog. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what these words are. Aside from cheesecake, that broke my brain. 17.64 ounce quark. Quart? But that doesn't make sense. 17.64 ounce quart. If that's a typo, what's a quark? Is that a, I don't know. Let's just move on. I'll move past it. 1 egg, half a bag of pudding powder each. Chocolate and vanilla, some flavor, approximately 550 calories. Yeah, because that's the most important aspect of cheesecake is the calories. I'm in recomposition at 2,200 calories, 47 years old, 5'6" and 156 pounds. Previously 227. Well, good for you that you lost all that extra fat. Why are you having cheesecake for breakfast? I'm absolutely fucking flabbergasted and confused. How are you not 300 pounds? I'm just going to say that's disgusting, because if you're having cheesecake, I don't care what it's made out of. Why are you having it for breakfast? Talk about the worst way to start the day. 550 calories. Why is that a flex? 1 egg? Why are you eating cheesecake for breakfast? Okay, I'm still absolutely miffed. Cheesecake for you seem like you care about weight loss. You're in recomposition. So what the fuck are you doing eating cheesecake? Holy shit.
Matt Damon.
I don't even know what that means. That's gross. That's gross. Michelle says, I'm wondering if it's made with cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. Well, you better explain that. It doesn't help it at all either. It doesn't make it much better. So, I mean, you better explain that. Don't just be like, cheesecake. Oh, did I not tell you it's stuffed with cottage cheese? One, that doesn't make it better. It's still gross. It's probably even grosser that way. Okay. David Fair. I would say this is definitely fair, David. Rare steak and chicken hearts. All right, based. I don't think I've ever had chicken hearts, but I have beef heart. So whatever. If it's quality chicken, eat those chicken hearts. Not something that I really care for, but nothing wrong with it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ribeye. Steaks. Are those ribeyes? Whatever. Maybe they're... No, I don't like ribeyes. Whatever. Steak. I approve. Approved. Approved. Let's keep moving. You know what? I'm not over it. I see red meat. Let's move on. I see red meat. Good. Next. After the cheesecake, I'll take oatmeal after the cheesecake. If you said oatmeal for breakfast. All right, it gets worse. Jeremiah. Just... This was my breakfast today. Jeremiah is doing what we call the
We choose truth
the
over
diabetes
facts.
speed run. Diabetes speed run. So he has 4 pieces of synthetic trash, just like a cup. That's disgusting. That's your breakfast, Jeremiah. You are going to have very high insurance premiums. All right, moving on. I'm not giving more attention to that kind of garbage. Gross. This is what we're up against. This is why we're doing the Daily Swole. It's December 19th. Everyone's punching out. We're going full in. We're double fisting, you know? We're getting in there. Kirsten, Emily. I really think there should be some rules with how you spell names. Emily, that's spelled like you know what that's spelled? If you ask a 5-year-old, how do you spell Emily? And they sound it out. Emaligh. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Getting too fancy with these names. Eggplant parm, everything was measured out. Baked, I'm 7-week post-op gastric bypass. All right, everything was measured out. Okay, a couple things here. You've already got bad gastric bypass. I am absolutely the opposite of a fan of that. People get super sensitive when I talk about gastric bypass. I mean, you're not solving the problems. If you've already done it, it is what it is. But man, why are you cutting or stapling or putting a band around your stomach? You just need better habits. What led up to that, right? What led up to that? Do any of you have that? It's like the original Ozempic. It doesn't solve the problem. Anyway, eggplant parm. Where's the protein? Is there chicken on that at all? Or is it just eggplant instead of chicken? So you have limited space. With gastric bypass, all that cheese can't be an easy digest, to be honest. Yeah, all right. I mean, everything was measured out. I care about the quality of the ingredients. I care about the surgery. I care about the other macros and other habits. So definitely wish you the best, but questionable choices. All right. Ryan, Britain, chicken thighs, spinach, and sweet potatoes. Tough crowd today, Beaches. Tough crowd. Seems like everyone Seems like so many people look, and this isn't like a sample size or anything. These are just people. This is from Facebook. So not everyone here is a member. Some people I see the name and I'm like, oh, they're a member. But most of the people that follow the Facebook page aren't members of the Swole fam. So we're looking at this from a public standpoint. This is like people commenting on Instagram, right? So have you noticed that overwhelmingly, and we get a mix, but have you noticed overwhelmingly, there's not as many people that eat red meat as you think they do, or you think they should, or you think that would know that they should be opting for those kinds of foods. Not enough eggs, not enough red meat, not enough fat. These are just these things we talk about every day, but I'm showing you overwhelmingly just how society kind of gets people to skirt better choices. So chicken thigh, nothing wrong with, chicken, quality chicken, get pastured chicken, spinach, I'm not really a fan of. I dislike it tremendously. Sweet potatoes, based, no problems there. So cool. All right, we'll get a little gorillas. Better than cheesecake. Better than cheesecake, that's for sure. Better than cheesecake. Just have the chicken and the potatoes. All right, Vincent Matthew. This guy's just got first names. If anyone needs a first name, just ask this guy. He's got two of them. We got some, looks like you're at a hotel. That looks like you're at a hotel or something like that. So you got grapefruit. Okay. You got some blueberries. No, that's too good for a hotel. You got some, is that ground beef? Is that ground beef under those eggs? Is that ground beef under those eggs? Is that ground beef, baby? All right, we're back. We're back. Vincent, very nice. Very nice, Vincent. I like it. I like it. All right. Good. Good. Decent. Decent. We've had better. We've had better. We've had better. For the holidays, please, eat a fucking steak. Eat some eggs. Don't throw away the yolks. Don't throw them away. Have yourself a steak. Do yourself a fave. Do people have something against cows, Cerny says? I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. For all I know, maybe they're Muslims, right? Don't they not eat cows or something? Is it some holiday or some fasting? Who knows? Granted, it's only one meal, but it's all right. It's all right. We'll do it. We'll get it done. All right. Drop your question in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. Let's take some comments, some questions, some topics. Hans Christian Stephenson. Best back exercise. Well, there are no best of anything. So there's no comment. Just make sure you change your upper arm path. If you want to hit all aspects of your back, you need different angles. Get yourself a high row. Get yourself like a mid-range row. Elbows maybe 45. Get your elbows maybe more like, 70 to 85 degrees. Get them at like 45 or so, and then do like an arm tucked, right? Get the sagittal plane for the lats, get the frontal plane for the lats with a pull down or a wide grip pull up. Get yourself some sort of a low row or a barbell row or an upper back row. Do some Kelso shrugs for your traps. T-bar rows and upper back rows. Hit the posterior deltoid, but you can do some posterior deltoid work too. There's your back. You'll get spinal erectors. You don't have to do back extensions on that day. You could do it with like 45-degree hypers for hamstrings and glutes, and that'll hit your lower back. You could do stiff legs or RDLs. That'll get your spinal erectors also. Jefferson curls will get your spinal erectors. So there's a lot of ways to get the spinal erectors. And then in terms of the lats, you need a more of a narrow grip pull down, something sagittal plane, something frontal plane, and then get yourself like a transverse plane row, upper back, traps. There you go. All right. Zachary Temmel. How many hours a day do you work out? If I train, hour and a half, including warm-up, something like that. If it's a recovery day, then I'm doing sauna. I'm just outside. I might do some sled or some club stuff. But if I'm training, hour and a half, and that includes kind of everything warming up and leading to it. So it depends. It depends on how many exercise I'm doing. It depends on, obviously, and also the time of year. I don't know why this plastic is clicking a lot. If you hear that in the background, it's really annoying. Like I'm not moving and it's like cracking, like something's moving. Maybe there's something under it. I'm going to have to get a new stool. So yeah, it's not about how many hours you work out. It's about the volume, the intensity, your recoverability. So if I'm doing more exercises or I'm doing exercises and I feel like I have more time and I want to set up different things, it might take longer. If I'm doing more intense compound movements, I might do an extra warm-up set, so it might take longer, but hour and a half. Slava Kondicia. Please give me some good shake tip for mass.
Matt Damon.
I don't even know what that means. Kaiser Max, any supplements recommended for lowering cholesterol? No, I don't have any cholesterol lowering supplements. That's lifestyle habits. That's nutrition and sleep and, cardiovascular capacity, just, lowering stress, better food choices, proper sleeping patterns, lowering cortisol, go for longer walks, just be more active. Read that book. I don't have any supplements in particular, aside from magnesium, just the normal supplement. Magnesium is great. Creatine is great. This is not for cholesterol particularly, but it's a complex system, the body. So all these things help. Creatine, electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, creatine, vitamin D if you need it. If you're not in a warm, sunny climate this time of year, most of you aren't. What else we got? Some good ones. Some good ones. Some good shake tips for mass. There's no shake tips for mass. You don't need shakes to get big. People are always like, eating more doesn't get you bigger. It gets you fatter. Eating more food. This idea that eating more food gets you more muscle is just nonsense. You need to eat more over time, but you need the stimulus because you have extra body fat too. So your body already has nutrients and extra resources that it can utilize, unless you want to just get fatter and put on weight. But most people don't. You look at the scale. Hey, I want to get bigger. Oh, I went from 175 to 180. Cool. Did you get stronger? Did you put on muscle? I don't want the scale to get heavier if I'm not putting on muscle, ideally. So you could just keep on eating more. You could put on weight indefinitely. We've seen that. We've seen 600-pound life, but obviously that doesn't equate to muscle mass. What's the best meal from Joel? What's the best meal after a workout? Whatever you need to eat. Steak, eggs, rice, potatoes. Eat your food. Abhishek Mishra. Sir, what is best exercise for side fats?
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
For side fats, stop eating garbage, lift heavy weights, follow the 7 pillars, join the fam over at swolenormousx.com, and stop eating crap, lift heavy weights. Do that for years. Your side fats. Decrease body fat, put on muscle mass. John, I'm exhausted and just finished work. Can you tell me to go to the fucking gym? Go to the fucking gym, John. Go to the fucking gym. All right. Good questions today. Love it. I don't see any other ones live. Cool. So we'll keep on moving. We'll go balls deep. I'm just moving on.
That's deep.
That was rough. That was rough today. All right. Let's wrap up this bad boy. We got a couple videos. We'll do 3 today. If you got any questions, we could drop it in the comments. We'll get to a couple more, but thankfully we don't have any more Instagram questions. I feel dumber for reading those.
Is one of the most
Completely
insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point
Coffee break.
in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Hashtag GTTFG for a chance to win this Swole card. We have the Pinkston Churchill, and she's looking extra cute. Hashtag GTTFG for a chance to win today's Swole card. And we'll give you the Swole card. And hopefully you win. And you put it on your wall. And you look at it every day and you realize, I need to go to the fucking gym because Papa Swole told me to. As we normally do, we'll do the shortest one first. That's what she said. This one's called Gender Expression. So you know it's going to be hat garbage. Let's see what we got.
What's in the box?
Or maybe it's Spanish. Gender Expresión.
Daily reminder, you get to define what masculinity and femininity are for yourself. Don't let society dictate your gender expression.
Why don't you get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass?
Your soft, flat triangle that the world never zooms in on.
I don't work with the males because I used to be one.
All right. So obviously the selections for me today are this is going to be this kind of show today.
What's in the box?
This is what everyone wants me to watch today. This one's called Blockers Debate. So I guess this is all just mental illness day on a Friday. Beautiful. Excellent. Fantastic.
And the most common form of gender-affirming care.
Speaking of mental illness. All right, I wasn't ready for that. Let me turn down the volume to... I think I only want to hear her voice at a... I think 75%.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
We're going to take that down to 75% volume for all of our ear holes. Okay.
And the most common form of gender-affirming care for young people.
We're going to take that volume down to 60%. We're going to do that now.
And the most common form of gender...
We're going to take this volume down to 20%. Let's see that.
And the most common gender-affirming care for young people.
Much better. All right. I'll play it a little bit louder so you can hear it, but I'll put it on 60. I'll put it on 60.
And the most common form of gender-affirming care for young people is medications that simply pause puberty and have been used safely for decades. So why do my colleagues across the aisle, so-called limited government people, suddenly want government to get in the way of the decisions that parents and their kids make together?
Because some people don't want to cut off the genitalia of young children to appease the parents' desire for social media clout and social virtue signaling. Like maybe people that actually have some basis in morality don't want you castrating children. Whoa. The gaslighting is real. How dare you? You want limited government? How are you getting in the way of parents? Most Republicans aren't getting in the way of anything, or they're trying to get Democrats to stop killing their babies, which obviously Democrats killing their babies actually help society long term. But, obviously with population collapse and all, it's not good for a society. But, most Republicans want people to have children and don't want babies to be murdered or castrated, which is the same thing. You're murdering future generations, right? When you're sterilizing children, you're just killing, you're destroying. How sick is this? Think about this. How sick is it for a parent to knowingly and willingly sign off on their children sterilizing themselves to destroy any ability for them to have children? It's the most nihilistic, sick, it's a disgusting death cult. It's really gross. The irony is that it does help society because insane people, your genetic line, if you're insane to the point where you think, hey, I don't want my child's not a boy, is a girl. Let's cut his penis off. Let's give him that old tyrannical tuck. You know? You're not reproducing. Whatever is wrong with your gene pool is not continuing. So, I mean, it's a net positive, but just morally it's wrong. And that's really where you draw the line. And I'm not like, I don't consider myself a Republican. You know, I'll make a decision that's best for myself and my family and the country, and based on logic and common sense and a moral framework, like most people, you know. And you can tell who has an actual moral framework, because even though that would get rid of the genetics that lead to those mental disorders, we're still like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, we're not going to let you destroy children. We're not going to let you physically and emotionally destroy children. We'd like you not to. No, I want to cut my child's dick off. Okay, you probably shouldn't do that. No, I'm going to do it. Okay, well, we're not going to let you do that. You're getting in the way of me and my child and our decisions. It's not really an argument, you know? Not really an argument. Not really an argument. It's not like you're deciding whether you want to put braces on your child. And you just got to give them some steak and have them chew, and you had them suckle on a pacifier for 5 years. That's why their face is jacked up. All right. Let's continue.
Why do they want to stop children from getting medical care that has been proven to be safe and effective?
Ooh.
We choose truth over facts.
Those words.
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Oh, yeah. Say that again.
To be safe and effective care that has been proven to be safe and effective, getting medical care that has been proven to be safe and effective, getting medical care that has been proven to be safe and effective, from getting medical care that has been proven to be safe and effective. And
that sounds familiar. Where have we heard that before? Where have we heard that before? Elizabeth says, yeah, we've heard that. Where have we heard that? Sounds familiar. Safe and effective. Safe and effective. By the way, what are you calling safe and effective? Bottom line, just to clarify, if you look at overwhelmingly, driving a car is safe and effective, right? By the percentages. Not everyone. You wouldn't say that the majority of people that drive cars get into fatal accidents, would you? No, I mean, what are the percentages, right? Now, I don't have the statistics. I don't even know how you would extrapolate that, how many people drive, how many miles are driven. I'm sure you can get some sort of like ballpark data, but for the amount of miles driven and the amount of fatalities that happen on the road, it's a large number. But percentage-wise, more people drive cars. If 90% of people that drove cars got into fatal accidents, people wouldn't drive. So obviously it's not the majority. We know that maybe it's 5% or 1% or 0.1, but it's a lot of, it's a small percentage, but it's a big number because there's so many people in the country. But that would be considered based on stats. Okay, safe and effective relative to what, right? You can't just say safe and effective. It has to be relative to something else. And when you say 100, nothing in the world is 100% safe and effective. Not a single thing. So especially when the vaccines or, the experimental mRNA gene therapy, absolutely, that was the biggest red flag. It's 100% safe and effective. Well, that's impossible. So we know you're lying. And if you're lying a little bit, what else are you lying about? And it turns out they're lying about mostly everything. So, it's safe and effective. Sure it is. Yeah, puberty blockers. Safe and effective. You just undo them. It's just taking a Band-Aid off. You just fix it. Once they're 18, yeah, give them their penis back. It'll come back. Not safe and effective, traumatizing, permanent damage, leads to more death outcomes. We know people that have these mental illnesses, just absolutely fucks people up. And there's suicide rates are through the roof with people that, remit from being trans and come to their senses. And it's usually just puberty anxiety. Kids are going through stress and they want to feel belonging. And when we were in high school, anyone who's maybe 30, 35 plus, you remember you had goth You had the goth crowd, you had the nerds, you had the classic high school, you had the jocks, you had the mean girl, the whole mean girls trope, and you had the different cliques and stuff like that. Now you have like the trans clique. It's very welcoming. It's welcoming if you agree. It's welcoming if you're one of them. You have like the trans, like rainbow cult. And unfortunately, you have the teachers and they were all raised on Marxism. They're all trained Marxists when they went through the indoctrination system in this country. And they foist this upon your children. And they slip it into everything with the books and the teachings and the flags in the room. And this is why people are pissed off, because it might not be literally shoved in their face, but it's the subliminal messaging and everything. It's in the Disney cartoons. It's in everything that you see everywhere. So it's really disgusting. It's really disgusting. You wait a few years and the person's gay. If you're a dude and you like men, it's like, then like men. If you're a woman and you like women, okay. Just because you like men doesn't make you a woman. Well, I need to cut my dick off and wear a wig so I can you could just be gay. This whole trans stuff is seriously, it's anti-gay. It's anti-gay, it's anti-woman. And the craziest thing is, they hijacked the entire movement. They hijacked being gay, and they hijacked, the feminist movement. So it just kind of took everything over, and it's like, oh, cool, we can be marginalized too. Let's add wheelchair. Let's add two-spirit. Let's add, semicolon. I'm a semicolon gender. No one knows what a semicolon is anyway, so people just think that's a gender. No one knows how to even write script anymore, so people don't even know what a fucking semicolon is. So anyway. Yeah, it's Halloween 24/7. I can't believe there's 6 more seconds, but let's see how retarded can get in 6 seconds.
Helps them to live happily.
Pretty retarded. That was impressive. You only need 3 seconds for that.
Helps them to live. Just live.
That doesn't make sense. All right. I underestimated the ability of Rep. Pramila Jayapal. Okay. I underestimated your ability to pack in the most retarded nonsense in 6 seconds. So I apologize for underestimating you. That was impressive. Usually when there's 6 seconds left, it's like, oh, it's going to end. It's going to be like, bloop, and the ending for the TikTok thing. I didn't realize you're actually going to say that many stupid things in that short of time. Okay. We got a throwback, but first we got this one. It doesn't get better. It doesn't get better. In fact, it gets much, much worse. This one's called Trans Baby.
What's in the box?
I'm just taking a guess. I'm taking a guess that this gets worse. And if a title of a video is called Trans Baby, there's no such thing as a trans child. For obvious reasons. Kids don't know what that is unless they're programmed by their parents or teachers. So, and when you're a baby, you're the most vulnerable. You can't make decisions. So this is a absolute mental illness. Hopefully this is satire, but probably isn't.
So here is my transgender baby. Her name.
Okay. So here's my transgender baby. That kid doesn't have a chance. Not gonna be able to speak English. Doesn't know what gender it is. This kid's fucked. I'm a boy, a guy. What? Here's my transgender baby. I'm sorry, what? Here's my transgender baby. Maybe the dingo ate your baby.
So here is my transgender baby. Her name is Bella. Bella was born a boy, but no.
Bella was what?
Was born a boy.
I can't. This is English and I can't even understand it. Bonaba. Bonaba. This is my baby. Bonaba. Your Omo Ohioid ain't working. I'm making fun of the accent because this person's mentally insane. And the child abuse gives me the leeway to trash this person. It's the best that I can do. It's the best that I can do. It's all I can do. This poor child.
Bella was born a boy, but no, uses she, her pronoun. I am in the middle of trying to get a doctor's appointment in order to secure some medication to stop the male hormone taking over. Bella is 14 months old and is thriving in her new body. No, she's...
Is it a joke? I think it's a joke. Is it a joke? Is it a joke? I can't tell because it looks just like you put lips, makeup. You put makeup on a baby. That's fucked up. It's a joke. I can't tell because a baby's hitting. It's funny to me. Like, this is hilarious. It's sick in a sick way. It's dark. But, like, is it a joke? I can't tell. I can't tell yet. I hope it is. I hope it.
Able to be who she was born to be. Trapped in the wrong body at such a young age.
Trapped in a wrong body. Trapped in a wrong body. The reason why I thought it was a joke, I know kids just do whatever when you're holding them, but I'm hoping because the girl is just a boy, boom, 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 smashing things. I'm hoping that's like the satire. But she's born the wrong body. Born in the wrong body. I'm so sorry for your baby. You're a baby boy. Boy.
Body. No, she's able to be who she was born to be. Trapped in the wrong body at such a young age has had a massive impact on young Bella's mental health. But with the right medication, we are going to get through it as a family. Just secured a grant as well to help Bella in her transition. So all costs have been covered and it's such a relief. She gets to be who she wants to be. This is all she's wanted for years now. And we couldn't be any more happier.
I think it's a joke. Oh, I want to say it's a joke. If it's a joke, she did that too. It's a little... For years now, that baby ain't years old. Ooh, that's a close one. That's a close one. When you said that, I'm like, ooh, I think... Because it's very obviously a boy and it's got makeup. I don't know. Ooh, tough call. Yeah. Because the video, the kid is just dun, dun, dun. It's funny because the kid's just like, yeah, girl, gong, gong. And that's what boys do. Boys are like, bam, bam. Boys just want to smash things. Years? How's that baby boy? How old is your baby? Hey, your baby don't look more than a year and a half. Ain't no years old. All right. Fuck off. I don't know. Who knows?
Great Scott!
The little rascal has spirit.
I don't know.
How shall we fuck off, oh Lord?
I don't know. I can't tell. Years? I think you slipped up. Yeah, it's not funny enough. That's the thing. I can't tell if it's funny enough. We're very jaded here. We've seen way too many things that are serious. It's really hard to tell. And here's the thing. If you can't tell, it's not good comedy. You didn't do it right. Satire has to be, like, there has to be something that's, okay. I mean, the makeup on the baby isn't enough. You know, you have to, if you went a little bit more extreme, then it might have been a little bit like, okay, this is satire. You know what I mean? If you like put on some glasses and put on something a little bit more ridiculous. I can't tell. Meet the text on the screen says, meet my transgender baby, born a boy, but now identifies as a girl. And then she says all that, whatever she said. Oh, what do we think? Oh, you know, it's the accent too that makes it sound like it's not serious. But it seems like it's serious. The baby, like the baby makeup and whatever was on the boy wasn't like enough to be like, wow, that's ridiculous. I mean, it looks ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. But let's say it is satire. It's still sick. The baby hears that. You're putting the baby's face out on the internet for millions of people to see. You shouldn't be putting makeup on a baby. It's just, there's so many things gross with that. So if you're it's bad both ways. If you're using your baby for clout, even for reach, even if it's satire, like, why are you using your kid? Don't put your kid online. Don't do that shit. So it's gross either way. I think it's gross either way. I mean, it's definitely worse if you're, but even if it's satire, you shouldn't be using your child in that way, in my opinion. But it'll be more excusable than, you know. Yeah, Pam says, I think it's real. She says she too easy, not funny. Yeah, it's not funny. It's not funny enough. I don't know if you could do polls on Rumble. You should be able to. If you can, let me know. I don't know if that's possible. All right. So if we can at some point. All right. How about we do this? Okay. If you think it's real, press 1. If you think it's satire, press 2. All right. So on Rumble, if you think it's real, press 1. Just type 1 in the chat. If it's satire, press 2. You can do this on Telegram and YouTube also if you want. What do you guys think? This is the best way we'll do a poll. Everyone's saying 1. 1, 1, 1. That's the consent. I think it's real. Unfortunately, 1. I'm open and I'm willing to be pleasantly surprised that it's satire. And then it's just not good satire. And that's okay. At least you're not mentally insane to that point. So that'd be better. If you're making fun of it, cool. Then you believe the opposite and you're not mentally insane. And okay, I don't think you should be using your child in that way, but that's a different opinion. You know, that's a different opinion. I don't think you should be saying that to your child. You know, you shouldn't be putting those words in his ear. You shouldn't be doing that at all. Shouldn't be prancing them for views. So that's a different conversation. And if you're based and you're doing that, okay, again, different conversation, but gross. Diana thinks it's satire. All right, cool. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. It's either a poorly done number 2 or it's a number 1. Or maybe it actually is a girl. Yeah, you can't really tell, can you? Maybe it's a girl. Possible. Maybe you think it's a girl and she's pretending it was a boy. That's a girl. Again, but that's even sicker, right? It's a girl and you're pretending the girl was a boy. Again, you're grifting. That's even, again, there's no win there. There's no win. If you're doing that why would you? That's the weird thing. You have people online that are promoting that they're abusing their child. They're putting it out there. It's like, hey, everyone, watch me commit a murder. Here we go. Are we live? We're live. Yo, here we go. You're literally filming yourself committing a crime. Anything you say and do can and will be used against you in a court of law, whatever. Probably don't want to give evidence of you abusing your child. Probably don't want to record that. If you're going to do it, probably don't want to let everyone know. But I guess if you're in these other countries, you're allowed to. Didn't they ban the trans stuff in the UK? I thought they did. I thought that, or is that Ireland? Or didn't they have like a clinic and all that stuff and they shut it down because it obviously didn't work and there was huge problems? They're like, all right, we're stopping this. And the US were like, cut away. I don't know if that's, I forget the details. Kid doesn't have a chance either way. You got to live in that fucking house. Damn, dude. Matt says people are dumb enough these days to live stream a crime and say it's a prank, bro. This is what I'm saying. Why would you tell people you're doing this? Hey, I'm doing something that's really morally reprehensible and abusive to my child. Here we go. Ready? Bloop. Record. She edited that too. And she's like, okay, this is good. Let me post this. She's probably hashtag trans mom. Yeah, it gives me attention. Elizabeth says they did ban it in the UK. Gross. Absolutely grotesque. We got a swole card, though. GTTFG. Drop that in the comments. Oh, gotcha.
Crucifixion was good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
Drop that in the comments. Hashtag GTTFG. And then we have the Tainty Man, of course. Oh, my God. All right. Yeah, the UK has all those. You can't say shit. If you say anything that offends someone in the UK, you get arrested. They show up and they're like, I saw what you posted on social media. You're under arrest. It's not nice to say someone was offended. We got an email saying someone was offended by what you posted. What did I post? You said go to the fucking gym. All right, well, they should go to the fucking gym, innit? Now, you can't say that. People were offended because they were fat. Someone cried. I'm never going to the UK. There's not a fucking chance. I would be arrested when I got off the plane. You think I would make it into another country if I traveled? Do you think I would probably get arrested somewhere? I would probably get arrested somewhere. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I guarantee I have stuff that's illegal in those countries that they would arrest me for. I'm never going there. Not a chance, dude. Not a chance. I would get arrested. I am the list. Diana says you're probably on all the lists. Oh yeah. Why wouldn't I be? Bro. Mark says I get arrested for wearing one of your shirts. Yeah. Well, I mean, we sell a lot of merch in the UK, which is pretty ballsy. Just think we sell a ton of merch in the UK. A lot of merch. We sell a lot of merch. Scotland, Ireland, England. We sell merch all over the place. France, Germany, all over the place. So people are rocking the merch, which is great. I get arrested, though. Yeah, the only reason I would go to Europe, I think for Mama Solina, the only place we would go would probably be Italy. Italy or Greece or something, you know. That kind of climate, that kind of a vacation. I wouldn't really want to go anywhere else. Not at this point. Or Japan or something like that. A couple places, but I just don't want to be on a plane that long anymore. I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go all the way there and be on a plane for 10 hours. Not looking. I hate that shit. I don't like planes. No me gusta. Elizabeth says, I loved London, except the Whitechapel district. It had a huge amount of one type of people. And as a solo lady, it was sketchy being there. What kind of people are we talking about, Elizabeth?
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
What are we talking about? You're walking through London, you just hear... Everyone's like dropping to their knees every few hours. That's London now, right? Is that what we're talking about? I don't speak Spanish, Baxter. In English, please. In English, please.
60% of the time, it works every time. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, that was a great post in the Telegram. All right, Matt. Oh, that's great. I'm not going to share it. That's a good one. That's a good one. The uncensored chat is fucking lit. Oh, man. Elizabeth says that was in 2023. I wouldn't go there now. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine? It's much worse from everything that everyone said. Yeah. Anyway, if you've been there, you could drop your thoughts in the comments. Everyone's going to have a different experience, of course. Where you go, obviously, I'm sure matters. All right, we got a swole card, GTTFG, and then we also have a throwback. So let's do this. Swole card first, and then we'll do a throwback. kick us off. Falcon. Today's winner. Oh, congratulations. It is Jeremy. Beast mode. Congratulations, big dog. Wonderful. Oh yeah, Jaron. That's right. You changed your name. Oh, look at that. The Swole gods have smiled upon thee. Congratulations. And yeah, actually, let's tie this back into the OG post. Glad you're still with us and crushing it. Shout out to you and Noah. You better be going to the fucking gym. So congratulations. Send us an email to support@snormus.com. Swolecard 3515 in the subject. Mailing address in the body of the email. Dope. Good for you, Jaron. Are we calling you Jaron from now on? Jaron? Are we changing your name? Are you like Prince now? I'm Jaron. Jaron. I'm calling you Jaron. Or is it Jaron? I'll call you whatever you want, man. Just tell me. Tell me what to call you. What's your name? Tell me your name.
Because of the implication.
No, it's not your name? You're not changing it? No, we call you Jeremy? All right, fine. All right, fine.
I better use my strong hand.
All right, okay.
You fucking people.
All right. Master Jeremy? Okay, I'm not calling you that. Not going to call you that. Not going to call you that. Respect for asking, though. You know, you gotta ask for the sale, but no. That won't convert. All right, let's do a throwback. Hey, that's her ask. There you go. Was that the long? That was a long play. Nice try, though.
According to this article, when you are not fat yourself, but you use phrases like, I feel like I'm fat to belittle your appearance, what you're saying to those around you, and particularly to those who are actually fat, is that you feel like you look like them, and that their type of body is ghastly, ugly, wretched thing that you don't want to be associated with.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
This is called conscious edutainment. Yeah. Okay. Most people that are fat have terrible habits and don't have anything in common with people that take care of their health. So usually you're not going to hang around with fat people. And it's not because you don't like fat people. It's not like, oh my God, you're fat, I hate you. But obviously if you are in great shape and you take care of yourself, you don't have a lot in common with someone who doesn't take care of themselves. So again, for those of you that are obese and you're working on improving, that's different. Like that's the kind of person you want to be around. You want to hang around with people with things that you want in terms of what?
I give it a 10.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Damn, that was a good one. Not the throwback. That was a good one. That was a long tail right at the buzzer. Bam. Based younger Papa Swolio. Based. When you tell people you feel fat and they're fat, you're saying you look like them or you feel like them. Yeah, I'm saying I feel like them. I don't want to look like them. That's why I'm saying, oh, I feel like the way you look. That's not good. That's exactly what we're saying. If I say, oh, I feel so fat. Yes, I'm saying I feel like the way you probably look. That's what I'm saying. Yes. It's exactly what I'm saying. And I don't want to feel that way. Oh, I made a mistake. I feel like the way you look. That's not good. Oh, I'm not going to do that again. Bingo. Nailed it. Nice. Thank you. I love the clarifications. That's exactly. I love they're saying is, you know what you're doing? I know exactly. Oh, hold the phone. No. I know exactly. I said it. That's why I said it. What are you talking about? You know what you're saying is, yes. That's why I formulated the words. That's why I said the words out loud. To you, in fact. But what happens, I know what I said. We know what we said. You didn't have to make a video about it. No, you're dead on. Cool. And I think it's like, well, yeah. What are we talking about here? Are you, oh, I get what's happening. Here we go. You're saying that I should feel bad about saying that. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't feel bad. No, no. No, don't feel bad. No, it's true. It's true.
Don't forget to wash where the sun don't shine.
I am the danger.
You switch the samples.
All right. I'm going to do something we don't normally do here because we're done with the show. We have one throwback. I have an archive folder. I got a lot of throwbacks in here, and I am just going to click on one. There's no numbers next to them. I'm just going to scroll. I'm going to close my eyes, scroll, and literally it just paginates. It just fucking boom, 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 boom. Ready? Here we go. Let's do one more. Scroll, stop. This one's called Masks. Let's try it. Ready? Another throwback? Should we do this one? Another throwback. Let's do it. It's Friday. Random throwback seems dangerous. Well, I landed on one that's called Masks, and it's the only one. It's funny because they're in alphabetical order, so like the fat phobic section is just like fat phobic. All right, Masks.
So I'm trying to paint a picture of the conversation that I just had at Infusion. I just got back to my car.
Okay, it's too low. We don't want to. No, we don't want to see that one. We'll do another one. It was 2 minutes, and if the volume's not good, I'm not doing it. All right, close my eyes. Scroll. 1, 2, stop. Not giving. Oh my God! Why are we always on the same subject? Not giving kids How is this possible? This was meant to be today. Not giving kids puberty blockers can harm kids. How is it the exact same theme? This was meant to be.
Let me preface this by saying that
Before we start, if you're just listening, you got to watch the video. Talk about the apple falling from the tree and hitting every branch on the way down. You could tell the neurosis. You could tell just the neurotic nature of the parent. No stake involved in this. There's no stake in this household. There's no stake. Like, she looks like a vegan or something. You look like you eat cottage cheese with green peppers as a bun. You look like you have cheesecake for breakfast. You put black beans on your salad, don't you? Do you put a wall of broccoli between shrimp and salmon? I know you do.
Let me preface this by saying that I am not an expert, but I am the mother of a...
Dun, 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 dun. It just ends. Let me preface this by saying I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway. Anyhow, let's
Let me preface this by saying
I'm a
that
retard.
I am not an expert, but I am the mother of a trans child. And there has been a lot of misconceptions about...
That's like saying, I just want to preface it by saying I'm not an expert, but I am a retard. I'm not an expert. I'm full-blown retarded. And I abuse my child. Let's continue. There's no such thing as a trans child.
Of a trans child. And there has been a lot of misconceptions about medication for the trans community, specifically minors. So growing up in grade school, I had a friend named Fern. And Fern started developing super early.
Fern. Last name Gully. Don't cut down that tree. I had a friend named Bush. Me, Bush, and Shrub, we hung out all the time. And then Hedge used to come over and bully us, and he was a real dick.
in 4th grade. And you could tell I had a friend named Fern. And Fern started developing super early, like in 4th grade. And you could tell that she wasn't sitting well on her skin. And it was horrible for her. But here's...
Again, puberty anxiety. I mean, 4th grade is what? It's like 8 or 9. It's like 9 years old. Right? Give or take. When you were born kind of thing. Right?
The thing. By 7th grade, we all caught up. And Fern went on and enjoy the rest of her childhood, high school, so on and so forth. So
no, 10 years old is usually 5th grade. So 9 or 10. I was 10 in 5th grade at least. I think it depends on when you were born, right? If you were, right, what is it? If you're born in like the summer, like July or August, you're like the younger, so like your age, right? You're older for your grade or whatever it is, however it works. So yeah, that age range, I guess.
now the difference between Fern and the trans kid
is that we don't have the same luxury of everyone else catching up, of everyone else feeling the same as us once we reach a certain point.
So
Whew. Oh. That didn't feel good in my ears.
the anxiety level that is created by not allowing children to take these medications and take a breath and grow into themselves.
Holy shit. Not letting kids take sterilizing medication and grow into themselves, you're stopping their development. They're not growing into themselves. By the way, no child should be developing when they're 9. That's because you're pumping them full of fucking chemical garbage in the food. Girls shouldn't be getting their periods at fucking 9. It's sick.
Is so strong that we actually may be harming certain children by not giving them access.
The vast majority of minors who would receive some form of gender-affirming care would receive it in the form of puberty blockers. Puberty blockers have been used for decades.
Yeah, in prisons where they sterilize inmates. Been used in World War II also. They've been sterilizing and lobotomizing people for years.
To delay puberty, that means a 13-year-old person who was born as a boy and is just on the cusp of male puberty can
All right, here we go.
delay it if that person feels like she may be a girl.
You can't delay puberty. It doesn't come back, bro. It doesn't come back. You can't just put it on pause. It's not like you're syncing something to Dropbox. You're like, let me pause this for 30 minutes. No, you can't stop that or pause that. It doesn't work like that, my guy.
And a common misconception is people think trans kids are being, quote, mutilated or...
Yeah! Yes! When you're 12, you can't make logical decisions. Your brain isn't formed until 25. So no, you can't make life-altering decisions. You don't understand the length of life. You don't understand consequences. This is why so many kids get hurt, they get killed, they get injured. Children don't understand risk tolerance. Same reason why when people drink alcohol the first time, they don't understand limits. You drink too much, right? Super common, right? The first time you drink, you overdo it. You don't realize how it hits you. You don't have a tolerance for it. You can't metabolize it as well as, people that drink all the time. You're not fully developed. Your organs aren't fully developed. Your brain's not fully developed. You can't make decisions like that. You can't join the military until you're 18, but you can sterilize yourself when you're 12. This is disgusting. This is absolutely child abuse. It's not even child abuse. It's literally, it's murder because you're destroying their ability to reproduce. You're killing their lineage. So this person, this woman, never wants to have grandchildren, or she never wants to, like, she wants to end her line. She wants to make sure that there's no continuation of her family. Like, that's what you're doing. It's really fucking twisted. It's really dark. It's really fucking dark. It's insane. Fucking insane. There are a lot of people that don't want kids when they're 13. No shit. You know, when you're 20, when you're 25, then you're 30, and you're like, oh, fuck. And then you're miserable, depressed. You've been on these fucking hormones your entire life, and then you kill yourself. I wonder why. Oh, my God. Oh, no. They were just not feeling good. It was the economy. It's Trump. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's the shit that you put them on for 15 fucking years.
Or groomed or coerced into something they might regret later. But
Yes.
in reality,
Yes.
trans kids do not get reassignment surgery before they're adults. They
You're doing the reassignment surgery now. You're sterilizing yourself. You're destroying your ability to develop as a person. Yes. What the fuck? People are retarded. They're really retarded.
get blockers. That's what the pharma coerced into something they might regret later. But in reality, trans kids do not get reassignment surgery before they're adults. They get blockers.
That's what you know what the difference is? It's like destroying your car's transmission and not replacing it. No. We're not putting in a V8. We're just destroying the engine. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, we're not replacing the engine. We're just destroying it. I know. By the way, that other engine won't fit in your fucking car, by the way, so you're just destroying yourself, period. All right? You can't put a V8 like in a Ford Fiesta. Like, it's not going to fit. That's what you're doing.
That's what the far majority of trans kids get. And by all of these laws blocking every single form of care, shutting down gender-affirming care clinics.
I'm just stopping it every time just to make sure I don't forget any of these stupid things. It's not gender-affirming care. Again, language scam. It's manipulation. And unfortunately, woke, left, Democrat, whatever you want to call these idiots, they don't understand. They don't understand the simple language play. They can't think properly. It's not gender affirming. That's manipulation to prey on weak, stupid people and encouraging them to sterilize themselves. It's gender affirming. No, your child is saying, I want to get Superman surgery. Okay, let's surgically sew a cape onto your back and push you off a roof. You wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be allowed, but you can cut their dick off. Hey, we're not doing any physical surgery. Just take this pill. And it's going to kill their hormones. It's just going to fuck them up for the rest of their lives. Oh, that sounds better. All these clinics, everyone should be losing their license and thrown in prison. Like, this is some sick shit.
That truly just help kids take a breath. By closing them, you're closing their airway.
So let's let parents of trans kids
Such a
handle their kids with their doctors in private. I know my kid best. Can we just get together for that one?
No, I'm going to play that last part again because that's the most sinister, disgusting shit.
By closing them, you're closing their airway.
You're closing their airway. Well, your mom should have opened her airway and swallowed you. Listen, this is the manipulation. If you don't give your child sterilizing medication, you're closing their airway. Do you want your child to die? Your child's going to commit suicide if they don't get this pill. Your child can't breathe. You don't want to George Floyd your child. You want your child to breathe. Oh. Closing their airways. I can't breathe. I still have a penis. I can't breathe. It's such an epic scale of grooming. And the reason why it's so sinister is you have this fucking cunt for a mother who's brainwashed her child, brainwashed herself. I mean, look at that. What is that? Is that a house behind them? If that's their house, or maybe she owns a clothing store or something, it looks like a clothing store. If that's a walk-in closet or whatever, they're fucking loaded. Like that's a big open closet. There's a spiral staircase. It looks like she owns a clothing store, right? It looks kind of like a clothing store, like a consignment shop or some kind of like upscale thing in the Hamptons. Who knows where it is, right? But it looks like it could be a storefront. If that's a home, that's just like that's an epic mansion. So you have this really nice background, right? So she can be bragging to her uppity libtard friends, I have a trans child. He's so marginalized. Look, I'm such a good person. Look what I'm doing. I'm fighting for his rights. I'm keeping his airways open. Keeping his airways open. So your kid's a fag. Keep his airways open. He needs to suck some dick. It's okay if your kid's gay, but don't let him be a fag. It's just not right. It's just not right. Let him be gay. Why can't people be gay anymore? I think that's the most offensive thing. You know? If you're a dude and you want to be with dudes, yeah, more ladies for the rest of us. If that's what you want, it's like, okay, 2 consenting people, whatever. Keep it to yourself. Do it in your bedroom. Be a good person. Fine. For goodness sake. This is why I make shaming great again. There should be bullying. Bullying is now I'm not saying, when I say bullying, I'm not saying kids should be bullied into like committing suicide. I know we're talking in a generality. I'm talking about people not having shame. You don't want a kid like, pushing someone around and, not getting what's coming to them. This is why I always say, kids in schools, everyone should be taught martial arts. They should be meditating, have like a yoga practice. They should be eating quality food, not sitting under fluorescent lights. If they were taught, got exercise, ate well, learned how to defend themselves, you wouldn't have bullies in schools if in the morning you had a local like MMA or jujitsu. You partnered up. This is what every fucking school should do, right? It's great advertising because you can partner up with a local jujitsu school, right? I'm just saying jujitsu or judo, even judo, any of these combinations, right? Muay Thai, it doesn't matter, right? You pair up with one of these local instructors. Then you have these instructors that come in and in the morning, every day for half an hour, kids come in, they exercise, you give them electrolytes and you have you get electrolytes and they can drink before they get to school because not every kid hydrates properly. Then you teach them skills. You don't have to beat the shit out of them, but you teach them, they get disciplined. They do some push-ups, everyone lines up and you do that. You have gym, right? But you have training. Then they eat good food. And then you teach them certain things. They go outside, they get some exercise, right? They eat some more good food, whatever it is. In the evening before they go home, you have like sports or you have more yoga or you have another session, right? Because then as these kids get older, you get them into martial arts. First off, they learn discipline. A lot of these kids don't have strong father figures, fucking obviously, like this one. And then what happens is you have kids that can defend themselves. How are you going to bully someone if everyone knows how to, if all the kids know how to throw down an armbar? The bully doesn't have the advantage, right? The bully who had a growth spurt, who's, 5'8", everyone else is like, 4'11", and he's like, 200, 130 pounds, like the big guy, right? It neutralizes a lot of situations. If you know that everyone can fight, defend themselves, what are you going to do? Are you going to just attack people? It doesn't work like that. People are not afraid of confrontation. They're able to handle differences and they know that I'm not going to fuck with this person because that person can choke me out. You're not going to have people grappling in the halls. And if you do, people know how to handle themselves and you break it up. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but you'll handle a lot of the issues. And it's going to build up everyone's self-esteem and confidence because they know they can defend themselves. They're not going to be skittish. They'll be able to have conversations and, look people in the eye and have, all these types of things. So, yeah, but we need to have shame. Make shaming great again. The concept of bullying, the concept of shame is society's white blood cells. When you have shame, when you have a situation where like, hey, I shouldn't do that because I'm going to be ostracized because that's wrong. That's morally incorrect. That's retarded. People are going to make fun of me. Yeah, because it's dumb. And then you don't do it. Problem solved. But now everything's accepted and, oh, you're a bad person. If you don't accept someone's mental illness, you're a bad person. No, that person's fucking retarded. That person's insane. That is nonsensical. No, get out of our society. Get out of our school. Like, don't bring that shit in here. Okay, I won't do that. And people just don't do it. You're like, well, that's self-censorship. That's good. We want people to self-censor when it's absolutely morally reprehensible, when it's abusive, when it's detrimental, when it's bad for our culture, when it's bad for society. You don't want people to self-censor, speech and like, oh, I shouldn't say those words and I'm not going to have an opinion. But if the opinion is absolutely morally reprehensible and evil, then yeah, it should be cast out. Cerny says, agree, you have to teach your kids how to stand up for themselves. Once kids know you can kick ass, they tend to leave you alone. Yeah, you don't have to beat the shit out of everyone. People act like if you know how to fight. It's not about knowing how to fight. It's about knowing how to defend yourself. So if the situation arises and you can't quell it or you can't leave the situation or avoid the conflict and because sometimes you can't walk away. You walk away, you get pushed. You try to leave and you get pushed again and someone grabs you and like, all right, it's like, I can't get out of this situation then. Well, fuck you then. And then I'm going to take him down. And then, oh my God, you hurt me. You pushed me. You kept on choking me out and you grabbed my hat and you threw me up against the lockers or whatever it is. Cool. And then I fucking choked you out. Good. My child does that. Fucking, I am taking big steak. Good for you. Good for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am totally that parent. Be like, good. Absolutely. I'd be homeschooling like a motherfucker. My kid's never going to deal with that garbage. My kid's not getting taught by retards. Homeschool your kids. All right. That's all we got for today. That was a good rant. That was solid. Very nice. Very nice. All right, fam. Thanks for being here. It's Friday, December the 19th. Appreciate you. Join us over at swolenormousx.com. We got a lot going on. And like I mentioned a few times, we have buy one, get one 50% off over there at papaswolio.com. Ooh, I'm feeling good today. Feeling good. Papa's going to make some gains. We got the brand new, I shouldn't say brand new. It's recent. The Let It Grow. Santa Has Diabetes. We got all the moich right there. Look at all the best sellers. Go to the fucking gym. Let It Grow. The new Swole tunes, you can pick it up over there at papaswolio.com. Also, you'll see it right there at the top. You got Swole tunes. You can click on it and go check out the classics. Let It Grow. We got more coming soon, so stay tuned for that. You'll see some videos popping up. But we got lots of merch. Go and check it out. Look at Mark. Look at Mark there with his Body by Breast Milk. Thank you for leaving a picture review, Mark. Mark left a picture review. And now, until someone else leaves their next picture review, Mark's probably going to be on the homepage with his Body by Breast Milk. So hopefully that doesn't slow down merch sales. I love how Mark's right there on the Body by Breast Milk. I love how that's right there on the homepage at the bottom. So good stuff. Good stuff. Now everyone's going to hack the system and don't post anything. We'll remove it if you post anything really offensive, but you're wearing merch. So I love it. Yeah, post up the pictures. Remember, you get those Swolios. And like I've been saying, we're adding more. Oh, I'm making a quiet announcement. By the way, on Monday, like I mentioned, we're not having on Monday, we don't have more releases. We might have something small, but we're not having any major releases on Monday because I have to bring it up. It's the next Monday. The next Monday, do I have? Yes, here we go. Next Monday, not a week from this coming Monday, the 29th, we have the Swole Year release party. So we got big announcements coming. We're going to have it all ready for then. We got big updates for the Swolio rewards. Like I said, we're retooling it and we're adding even more features. It's really cool. So this is kind of like a soft launch for you guys to get logged in, get those Swolios. So we're bumping it up, and we have even more cool stuff coming. So that's really awesome. And we'll announce all the details and break it all down Monday, December 29th. We'll have other releases. We got a lot of stuff. So not this coming Monday, we'll have a show, but then the following Monday, that's going to be. So we always do this. We take that first week and we do extra bonus releases and stuff on these Swole Year parties. And we do like a recap through the year. You know this, we go over all the stuff we released, and it's lots of fun. So be there Monday, the 29th, and it's going to be a Monday. So we'll do it at 12 noon Eastern time. That way it's easy to remember. I don't have the time here, but that's when it's slated to go live. So Monday, the 29th. And let's see, what else we got? We got the Swole Tunes, Let It Grow. And we got other stuff that we dropped. We dropped a new, I don't have the yoga class here, but we dropped other new yoga on Monday. So go check it out, Swolenormous app. Join us over at swolenormousx.com. We got Fuck Your Resolution specials. It's FYR season. I've been talking about it for a couple months because it's been FYR season since October 1st. And now we're officially coming up into the new year, 2026. So now all the resolutioners are going to be there at your gym taking up your weights. Yeah. First few weeks of the new year are brutal. So get ready for all those resolutioners that are going to make those changes. I am going to get in shape this year. Then everyone goes and does fucking high rocks and shit like that and makes no changes. So that's what most people do. They just get injured, go do something way too intense and just throw themselves in the deep end of the pool and then quit after 3 weeks. Can't wait for that. But anyway, Fuck Your Resolutions is in full tilt. And we're going to have a great time. So be ready for that and go enjoy the gym. Go make some gains. And we will see you next time. Rock that Fuck Your Resolutions merch. And congratulations to Jeremy for winning the Go to the Fucking Gym card. There are the poppers. Everyone's ready to go outside and pee and poop. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? My shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.